Good evening, my fellow seekers of happiness and avoiders of stress. This is going to be the final episode for now about self-talk and so-called affirmations. So we have so far looked at, let me look at my little list here, whether you should use I or you when you're talking to yourself. What does your inner voice use when it's saying, gosh, I was really stupid there, or you silly person, when it tells you off, when it's being negative? Use the same. If it's using you, you use you. If it's using we, you say we. And same sort of tonality. So if you want to make yourself all excited about getting your to-do list done, or taking on some form of stress, then saying it like a sports presenter who's describing they're up to a goal or something. Sound excited, but if it's calming or relaxing and you did your best today and now it's time to sleep, then you relax your voice as well. And we've also looked at, I'm recapping here, using emotional verbs or dynamic verbs, action words, rather than is or were or does. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Today is filled with promise, and it's filled with the right kind of opportunity, which I will have the great fortune to see, and will be fearless about going up to. Yeah, I'm using I there, but it would be you, if that's appropriate, or we, which we see at every opportunity, and we have absolutely no qualms whatsoever about going up to and grabbing. So that leads us on to the stressing part. It's important to emphasize the right words. So if you're praising yourself, for example, you're trying to deal with low self-esteem, then you could say something like along the lines of, you're okay, you're a fine person, you really deserve to treat yourself better. That's kind of a matter of fact. But supposing you were talking to a child, you've got to remember you are essentially talking to a child. I don't want to say your inner child, because it's everywhere. You know, it's part of your thinking process. But it doesn't hurt anyway to think about how you wouldn't lecture a child. You'd talk to them in a soothing sort of way, and you'd stress certain words to encourage them. So that last phrase would be along the lines of, you're a really, really, really great person. You help people, you're kind, you're warm, you're generous, and you deserve good things in your life. You really, really do. And the words that you stress, really, really, for example, there, stretch them out. Imagine that you are talking to a 6 or a 7-year-old version of yourself, and that 6 or 7-year-old is either upset, so you're consoling that child, that version of yourself, or they need a little bit of encouragement because they're shy. Yeah, there's no need to be shy. There's no need. If you've got to whisper, again, soften your voice. No need to be shy. You got this. You have got this. You can do it. You can do it. You can absolutely go and do it. Now go on out there and get on with it. Go on, off you go. Yeah, and cheer yourself on like that. Does that sound like the kind of self-talk that might work? No one's going to hear this, so if you're thinking, "Oh, I feel so silly," well, where you should feel silly is when you're scolding yourself, because that achieves nothing. That just makes you feel worse and creates the old vicious cycle, vicious circle. I can't remember now. It's not a cycle, vicious circle. Yeah, it's a vicious circle. There's an inward spiral, really. Yeah. Yeah. So say it soothingly, say it cajolingly, say these things encouragingly. Always be as positive as you can. That doesn't mean you can't use the word no or not. It just means the sentiment must be positive. And that's the kind of self-talk which will work. Just to recap on affirmations, saying I, all good things are coming to me. I am going to win the lottery this weekend. Those don't work. But the kind of self-talk where you cajole yourself, console yourself, encourage yourself, just as you would a friend or a relative or a small child. They work great. Okay, so that's it for affirmations. Any questions? There's a comment section. I know I've not read them for a couple of weeks. I've been busy doing other things for my friends, so I'll get back on that as soon as I possibly can. I've got a stack of work to do for other people. But it's the price for friends, and it's a great price, and the reward's fantastic as well. Friends are fantastic. All right, I will see you tomorrow as usual. There's a like button. If you think it's a load of old rubbish, press the downward thumb, and if you think it was okay, press the upward thumb and pass it on. Feel free to pass this on. Bye.